Oh, it's only Hello, everyone, and welcome to Elkhart Lake, Wisconsin. We're here at Road America, classic American track, one of the greats in American road course racing. And we know that IMSA comes here every year, but SIMCAR does not always come here every year. I think this is actually only our second or third visit in our 5 seasons here in our sports car series. But here we are at Elkhart Lake, very close to Canada up here in Northern America. Kevin, what do you think of the track so far?
I love the track. All the turns, the straights, all the different types of turns that we're going to be seeing today. Long sweeping turns, a couple hairpins here and there. I love the diversity on this track.
You heard it first here, ladies and gentlemen. He likes all the different straights. Nothing, no response. We weren't live? Apologies, everyone. A little miscommunication in the booth here. We didn't know we were live. Now we're live. Okay. No technical difficulties at all. All right, Kevin. So we've got a bunch of different action here. I think we've got 13 GTPs and 13 GT3s. Very interesting track here. We know going into this round, the championship is obviously still pretty tight. There's only been one round, and that was at Sebring, and it was Pat Pelchat who took the victory in the GTP class, but Pat didn't make it out for this round here. So really, it's anybody's race up for grabs here at Road America in the GTP class. Without Pat, Blake Reynolds is your points leader with 79 points. Christian Youngwall is just behind him, only 2 points down, and then Ray Kingsbury, that's me, is somehow going to be in third place. Brandon Lambert has transferred down to the GT3 class starting for this round. So after that, it's only Cody Crosgrove, Matt Kingsbury, Robert Lowry, Josh Stoltz, Steve Baker, John Marshbanks that are attendees from the first round. We did just add in, though, the ability to have provisional race results. So if you missed the first round, or second round in this case, for some people, you can request a last place points for that round. We're only allowing one per driver for the season. So there's still a chance that drivers who maybe didn't make it to the first round could still very well be in this points hunt. And it was an effort with the new build to try to sort of keep guys in the hunt. Kevin, you want to talk about the GT3 points at all, or maybe who you think might be a strong point for tonight? Because I talked about all the GTPs, I think.
Yeah. So definitely Kevin Fanning up there, first place, I believe, is where he's at right now. He's definitely a strong contender for the win, obviously, this year. With Brandon taking a step down into GT3, that is going to be definitely a change-up in the way that's going to be playing out for the rest of the season. You also have Justin Nasir in second place. You have Brian Sohn in third. Tim Brokaw is up in fourth. And right now we're going to see a couple of different names here and there that haven't made it to this race, and we have a different result obviously for the rest of this race, and it's going to play out for the rest of the rounds this year.
Yeah, very, very, very gonna. Wow, I can't speak. It's gonna be a very interesting race tonight, especially. I think we're gonna see sort of how things level out in the GT3 class, with Brandon moving down, and of course Lance. We know is always a strong competitor. Lance, you call him Justin. He goes by Lance as well. So Lance, Kevin, and I think Brandon really are going to be the top three to be in the GT3s, and we know they're all in different cars. We've got an Audi, a Porsche, and a Ferrari. So it should be pretty interesting to see if there's any one car that's stronger than the other. It appears in the GT3s that they are pretty balanced. We know the GTPs are also pretty balanced from what we're seeing across the iRacing official series, especially at Sebring right now, with Coanda really taking that Porsche to the top of the grid. But the Acura is the early favorite in terms of the people that have been running it have been going very fast in it.
Yeah, definitely. The Acura seems like a strong car, but I also think the Porsche and everything else is going to be a strong contender as well. Just got to get those setups right.
We are live or we're not live?
We're about to get into the action here.
Okay, yeah, sorry everybody. It appears that you have a live waiting screen on your screen, but we are about to get to the action here. Our producer is working on getting the feed caught up. Just a little bit of a technical difficulty here. And here we go. Pace car rolls off for this sprint race here. You see up on the pole position, I believe that might be Ryan O'Connor, is it? It is Ryan O'Connor and Cody Cosgrove in P2. A little hard for me to read these data sheets. They're quite small, the print, but I think that's Steve Baker, another precision car in third. And then we know that the Quokka racing car of Christian Youngwall is fourth. And that is your first two rows for GTP. You can read the rest of the grid there on your screen. Kevin, take it away for the GT3s.
It seems like up in first place, we have Kevin Fanning, followed up by Brandon Lambert. Kieran Forrest up in third, Brian Sohn in fourth, Marwan Mafta up in fifth place, Tim Brokaw in ninth, Justin Nasir in sixth, I'm sorry, Jeff Johnson in seventh, Brian Asta in eighth. Then we have Tim Brokaw in ninth, followed by Dan Coletta. Followed to him was Kevin Bogart. And you have Ryan Branham, Josh Ondo, Jason Lynn, and Gordon following up in 15th place.
All right, so Kev, bring us through a little talk through here of some of the features of this track, some of the corners we're going through. What do we have to look at? What are some of the highlights?
So obviously start finish line is on the Road America straight. Then we head into turn 1, 2, and 3 into the moron sweep of turn 4 and 5. 6th and 7th into Hurry Downs corner. 8 through 9 into the carousel, turn 10. The bend and the kink in turn 11. With Kettle Bottoms heading us into turn 12. Then you have Canada corner, which is turn 12. Thunder Valley. And then Bill Mitchell Bend, and then into turn 14, and then that brings us back into the start-finish line on Road America Straight.
All right, we're taking a look here at the GT3 class. Had to head actually down into the carousel here on this pace lap. You know, it's the carousel. It's got that iconic Johnsonville Bridge. You know, what way to say America other than grilling? Yeah. GTPs are a little further up. They're actually headed through what we call the kink now. In the GTPs, that's not really a sketchy corner, but I know in the GT3s, they are just barely full throttle through there. It's a little sketch. On cold tires, you're testing the edge of the curb out sometimes. I know in the rain especially, it would be pretty tough corner. We don't have to worry about rain here today. As we head into this 15-minute sprint race here, just 2 more corners until Ryan O'Connor gets the all clear to drop the hammer, and then away we will be. As you see, our GTP field actually quite sizable here today. I think it's 13 cars for our second round, varying different makes. We even have a Cadillac out there despite it being relatively unpopular. That's Josh Stoltz in the red Wheelin Cadillac. Bunch of Porsches, a bunch of Acuras. Nobody brave enough to bring out the BMW. Maybe Matt will be goofy enough to change cars.
Pace car's off.
Pace car is indeed off, and as we climb to the start-finish line, drivers get the green flag, and the leader controls the field after the top of that hill, and away we go into turn 1. Ryan O'Connor off to a nice jump, with his teammate following behind, and Cody Cosgrove dropping down to third. A little bit of side-by-side. Oh, back in the pack, and I don't know what happened. But I see smoke. I see carnage.
Some carnage for sure.
I know that John Marshbanks has his radio tuned into these broadcasts every so often, but it would appear John didn't hear his spotter, that's for sure, because it looks like, well, there's a few cars to his outside, and he may or may not have been aware. All right, well, the GT3s are underway. I can't tell what's going on because, unfortunately, our feed has paused. But here we are into the hairpin. More technical difficulties. It is Kevin Fanning out in front of Brandon Lambert. Fanning in that blue Audi, being dogged, well, not so dogged, rather, by Brandon Lambert. But Brandon Lambert is being dogged, and that's by the big dog himself, Kieran Forrest. Can we get a woof, Kevin?
Woof, woof.
Here in first place in the AM class as well. I think that's noteworthy in the 52.
Looks like Steve Baker and Cody Cosgrove are battling for second place. Christian Youngwall's not far behind. It's going to be an interesting battle we see here.
Yeah, certainly will be an interesting battle. Some really good drivers in this GTP field. Cody's got quite a handle on this car now after having adapted over some time to it. So I think we're going to see a competitive Cody Cosgrove. I don't know if he can compete for the win, but you did just see him make a nice overtake on the outside, and then not so much of an overtake on the outside as he drops behind both Christian Youngwall and Blake Reynolds there now. Off the track from that turn one incident, Kevin, who do we have involved in that?
It looked like it was Cody Cosgrove specifically. I didn't see another car.
Okay, I meant lap one, but yeah, no, you're right. In that one lap two incident, right? Yeah, there, yeah, it's just Cody.
Yep. So yeah, the first one, it seems like John Marshbanks. It looks like, I think if I'm reading correctly, Chris Wetz fell back a little bit, and maybe Paul Mikulaychik a little further back.
Yeah, indeed. It'll be interesting to see if any of those drivers that were caught up in that are really affected in the long term. It looks like what we're receiving from pit road. Josh Stoltz got rear-ended by Ray in the aftermath of that. Ray got into Paul, it looks like, and Chris may or may not have been involved. So it looks like possibly 4 or 5 cars may be damaged. We know John obviously damaged. None of them out of the race, but definitely involved. And Matt is still in last. We don't know why. Our scoring system has frozen. More technical difficulties. This is just going phenomenal for us tonight. The one thing that is working, though, is our timer. So you do know there are 11.5 minutes left. No, Kevin and I really don't know what's going on the track because we are calling this based on what we see for the cars. We have no data telling us who these drivers are. So we're just probably going to start saying that blue car is going into turn 1. I can tell you that Penguin RC Audi is Brian Sohn. What a beautiful looking car.
Tim Brokaw. It looks like Josh Ondo is creeping up on Tim Brokaw a little bit there. We may or may not have gotten our scoreboard coming back. We're going to check out and see if we can
make this up. Sometimes all you can do, folks, is laugh at it. But we do have live timing back. Maybe it's not live, but at least it's updated. We'll keep you apprised of the positions and how people are doing. As you can see there, it's getting a little confusing. It keeps putting a GT3 as the leader. That's kind of weird, but it's definitely Ryan O'Connor out in front as, I don't know who that was, but that was a Team Watson Racing BMW. Just ran off in turn 1. Is that Jeff Johnson?
Jeff Johnson, yeah. It seemed like it.
Yeah, Jeff Johnson got into the back. It looked like Tim Brokaw, maybe. I only saw that real quickly. I couldn't adjudicate whether there was fault there or if it was just a mistake on Jeff's fault or if he got forced off, but well, he's no longer with us, so to speak, on this camera frame.
Got a battle of all Audis right here.
Yeah, I was gonna say 3 Audis in a row, 2 different teams there. You've got the Quokka Audis, and then you've got the R Design Audi of Tim Brokaw, the one pro. Tim, our AM Championship winner from last season. Good job, Tim. Out towards the front of the field in the GTPs, this is Christian Youngwall and... Oh, sorry, this is actually the back. That's not Cody Crosgrove and Christian Youngwall. That is Paul Mikulaitis and John Marshbanks. That's not me.
Now we have a battle with Josh Stoltz, Ray Kingsbury, and Chris Wetz not that far behind.
I wish you guys could hear our production chat right now. We are just crushing this. We are a total disaster. Matt doesn't know what the names of the cars are on the screen. It's going phenomenal. We're having a great time here.
I believe that's Josh Hondo. Looks like we got Brian Sloan and Josh Hondo in a battle here in the GT3 class. It seems as though we got a couple more information down at the bottom. It looked like a correction. It's Marwan Mapta and Brian Sloan.
Oh, I'm having a real hard time keeping my my face straight right now. The amount of technological failures we are having just has me giggling. Okay, now that I've been laughing for 5 minutes straight, I'll get back to the race. There's only 7.5 minutes left. Okay, so on screen, Steve Baker, Christian Youngwall. We know that this is, you know, Christian's one of the faster drivers in the field. Really vying for the GT3 championship last season, and I think the season before, I want to say he won it. So Christian got that pedigree, that championship background, and they are being chased by the 18 of Cody Crosgrove and the 66 of Blake Reynolds, the 2 Penguin RC simulations cars, I should say. Got to be very precise with that wording. Very different meanings there. Way out in front of this 4-car battle is Ryan O'Connor. He has kind of checked out a little bit, actually. But the battle behind, again, 1 Acura, 2 Acuras and 2 Porsches. Interesting to see which make might get the upper hand. I know some of the Porsche drivers were complaining the Acura had some really, really good top end speed. I know that the way that Cody's got his car set up, that rear end is quite low to the ground. It really gets going down the straights.
Looks like Chris Wetz closed that gap on Mr. Kingsbury over here.
Not sure what you're talking about.
Just watch.
Nah.
It looks like we're looking at Brian Stone and Marwan Mapta once again in the GT3 class.
We are looking at Marwan Mapta and Brian Stone.
So this will be the last time we'll be using this overlay. We're definitely looking into new stuff. It's gonna get us fixed and right.
On that note, if you make overlays for race laps, right? So we're using race laps. ATVO, if you make overlays for ATVO, slide into our DMs because we need a new one. Name your price. I swear, last week's broadcast, or 2 weeks ago, the broadcast went much better before the update.
This rain we're seeing really messed us up.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of things seem to be broken, but what's not broken is the names on the screen. We can at least tell who is on the screen. This is great.
This is, yeah, we're still watching Mr. Sohn and Marwan Mafta in a battle.
Yeah, I would love to see what's going on with Josh Stoltz right now. I see him and Paul Mikolaitis are closing up a little bit. Oh, and behind him there's a little bit of a fight too. We might have a four-way battle soon. Oh, actually five, because if you look, there's the wrecking ball, John Marshbanks, right in front of him. Hi, John. I know you're listening.
Get into some GP3 traffic.
Someone say carnage? Ooh, that was surprisingly clean. I didn't expect everyone to make that one alive. John, oh, not John, Kevin, what's the over-under on someone dying?
It's fairly high around here. I know I personally drove off the track a few times, played that lawnmower role, but it does definitely, once we start getting into that faster GT3 traffic, it gets a little bit more competitive with the GTPs trying to get around all those faster guys.
Indeed. What's your opinion of the new grass model they made?
Personally,
big fan?
I'm a big tight
boy.
GT3, tight GTP battle right next to each other.
Oh, there's some pucker factor there for Cody, I can tell you. That door by the GT3s just got closed on a mid-apex.
So the just as a professional lawnmower, I do like the grass model. It's definitely good.
Oh, there's some lawn mowing, baby! Look at that Porsche, just absolutely nothing for that Acura. I think a lot of that is probably down to driving talent and skill issue.
Yeah, that driving off the track definitely did not help Matt Kingsbury in this situation.
The exit of the track, yeah, generally you got to stay to the left of the curb if it's a left-hand corner. You go all the way out on the bouncy stuff, it just kind of doesn't go well. I love the carousel. It is kind of sketchy and sus for multi-class racing, though. They did a nice job getting around Brandon there. He really didn't lose too much time.
I do know one of I forget if it was the feature in the sprint, but while I was racing, I had 4 GTPs all around me in the carousel. Definitely sketch, but made it through clean. How, I have no idea, but it happened.
Yeah, I'm not sure how you made it through clean either. I'm actually kind of shocked.
We'll definitely highlight that a little bit later on in this stream that we've got going on here.
Yeah, I mean, let's get an onboard of you not crashing. That might be the most monumentous thing in this race.
I think so. I completely agree with you. I had a terrible race. Not a big fan of the Audi at the
Whoa,
whole.
we got somebody in the toilet bowl over there.
There we
Anyways,
go.
I don't know if anyone's noticed, but
We're almost on board with Kevin Bogart in the Audi. Right behind him is Jeff Johnson. Me and him had a fantastic battle in the sprint. I believe he got around me once or twice, and then I got around him once or twice. It was definitely a tight battle the entire time. Looks like we're looking at Tim Brokaw and Marwan Mafta, or I'm sorry, Brian Asta again. Good battle in the Audis. Well, Dan Coletta and Tim Brokaw, actually.
we do have
Listen.
we do have the Egyptian Marwan Mafta back in the field after a hiatus from the series. Marwan's running very well in P5. Maybe he summoned some of his Egyptian gods or something. No, I know he doesn't believe in that, but you know. What's the Egyptian god for good luck?
You'd have to ask him. I have no idea.
I'm gonna Google it for us.
So, like we said, we are watching. I think we are currently watching Marwan Mafta race up and try to get right on the back of Dan Coletta. But it seems like he's running great. I'm happy to see him back. He kind of made a last-minute decision to race, and happy to have him here. While Ray does his Googling, we have
Shai. S-H-A-I.
We have about 18 seconds left in this race. I believe we're on the last lap, if I'm not mistaken. That was the white flag from Bob.
Bob the Builder, can he? Sorry, wrong Bob. All right, I'm not gonna lie. Really exciting to see what's going to happen here between Cody and Christian. Sorry, Cody and Blake. I do think Cody can make the move. He can get a good run through the carousel into the kink and then launch himself down into the Canada corner. We know if you can get to the inside on Canada corner, you probably have the advantage. I really can't tell what's going on, though, because unfortunately we lost the feed when our producer has minimized it, so no clue what's going on right now. This is phenomenal.
Cody really
Okay,
likes
we're
to
back.
launch himself back into that Canada area because he's from there, so he likes going back there as fast as possible.
Yeah, the commies are generally pretty comfortable in their area up there. They feel safe up there.
Yeah.
Where they can have unlimited maple syrup and absolutely no firearms. Moving on. Back here in the United States, we do have some black powder about to explode as Kieran Forrest, the big dog, is defending the last spot on the podium from Brian Sohn. First place in the M class, though, for Kieran Big Dog Forrest. Very, very solid win from Ryan O'Connor in the 95. Nobody else in the GTP field has crossed the line yet. Steve Baker's just coming across now, so that tells you the gap of what he just won by. And we're still watching that third place battle in the GT3 field. Do we see a late dive from Brian? I don't think we're going to. It's quite a ways back. Okay, I shouldn't have spoke because he just did. And okay, they touch. And Aggressive has made the apex.
Porsche on Audi crime.
Yeah, how do you think the executives at like Audi, Porsche, and Lamborghini deal with the fact they've got 3 different cars in the same series, all from the same manufacturer?
Yeah, I don't know if they're really that focused on the iRacing series of SimCar, but if they were in here, I think they would definitely struggle. And in real life, to answer your question correctly, I think it's difficult. I think they have a big team. They have a lot of people behind them, big corporate structures. So I think they got this.
I think the Porsche is quite different, right? But from what I've heard, the Lamborghini and the Audi are very, very similar. Engines and chassis, it's really aero that's different. So I guess like from a cost-saving perspective, that's very, very good. From brand exposure, I don't know if it is, but I guess it's better to have 2 brands exposed than 1. I guess that's more exposure, but.
So while we deal with technical difficulties, we are going to be looking at the live SimCar screen for a few moments, so just bear with us. I know this stream is not going as we intended, but doing our best here, and we have to give Matt all the props that we can to try to make sure this thing works.
Yeah.
We'll be right back.
This is how we're spending our Thursday night.
We're gonna take a quick break to gather ourselves.
We need to gather ourselves. Matt, All right, everybody, welcome back to Absolute Chaos. We have 45 minutes of this ahead of us. Can you believe that? It's definitely going to be a wild ride, so make sure you're staying tuned. I don't know where Kev went. He said he was running to the bathroom real quick, but he hasn't come back yet. So I'm flying solo here for a bit.
I'm actually back. I had my mic muted. Absolute goof of a moment there, but I am here.
Excellent. I was really just going to wing it and just say some stuff.
I'm glad I came back when I did to make sure I protect the stream before some heinous stuff gets said.
That's a really good idea. Kev, I feel like we need a theme song for the series. What do you think?
Yeah, I think I agree. We're gonna do some mulling over of some ideas, and we will make sure that we get a new intro music to our absolute chaos of overlay system.
I feel like we've got two genres we can pick from that are appropriate. One would be Helldivers, and the other would be just Red Solo Cup.
So that's two songs, not genres, but I get where you're getting at.
Catch my vibe? Yeah, you got my vibe.
Unfortunately, due to copyright laws, not gonna happen, but we'll figure something out for us.
Maybe we can have like China make a cheap knockoff of it for us. Go on Fiverr.
I think we could visit Fiverr. Get a little, like,
if you know someone who can make cheap music for us for $5, reach out to us. Oh, dude, they literally do have a section for music and audio on Fiverr. Look at that.
Ray's actively Googling stuff while we're doing commentating. This is just the absolute epitome of concentration.
We are the pinnacle of broadcasting right now. Let me tell you, as we head through the carousel at -4 frames per second into the kink, here we go.
Well, we'll be right back. We can't quite see anything. We're having a couple technical difficulties again, but we're almost back. We are back. It's still a little choppy, but we'll make do with it.
You guys know those like NASCAR videos that like those 5-year-old kids make that are like stop motion?
Yeah, the ones that they do with like Matchbox.
Now, yep. That's okay. We're smooth again.
Smooth like butter. Pace car still on. Still don't really know who's on the screen right now. I'm sure we could deduct who's on there. But we're figuring it out as we speak.
I'm gonna guess it's Ryan O'Connor on the pole since he won the race.
Yeah. I mean, makes a lot of sense there.
Red Solo Cup.
We got copyright striked.
All right, here we go, boys, to the top of the hill. Gentlemen, start your turbos.
You're talking to a post-broadcast. Love it.
Yeah, why not? Okay. I have no idea how this race went. I got crashed out on lap 1 and left at that point. As we head into turn 1...
we still can't see anything because
we can't
we're having
see anything.
technical difficulties.
Because the producer has minimized the window, and it says it has paused the application.
So as we gone past turn 1 now, we're into a few other turns after that, so let's see what happens.
Well, there's only like 6 cars left on the track, so I'm guessing something happened.
Yeah, it looks like we lost about half of our field here. Not sure what happened. They probably drove off the track, hit a few things, left the race.
We've lost half the field and the entirety of my sanity. All right, we tune into the GT3 field. Maybe they've got something interesting going on. All right, Brandon Lambert, second place. Kevin Vanek still in first, and that's about all that's going on. But there's some Bumper banging going on back there. There's a blue Audi with no front clip on it, and that is Jason C. Lynn.
Yeah, so I'll just preface this. I'm in last place right now in this race because everybody in front of me decided not to drive off the
I
start.
lied. He has a clip. It just didn't look like it from far away.
Yeah.
Are you the red Audi?
I would be the red Audi making this try to make this heinous move and didn't work.
So did you like put him in the wall or what?
No, claw clean racing, good racing. Definitely made my way up a little further in the pack though.
It was
later
actually
on.
numbered 69.
Yes, yeah, that is my number. It is 69. I thought it would be funny, and indeed is funny.
You're like 4, bro.
We are on board my car in the back of the GT3 field, which means we are the absolute last car on the track at the moment. But we are going to make that not the situation here very shortly.
Yeah, as we head through Canada Corner, and now we're looking at Bob. What a great view of Bob. Bob shaved this morning. How clean cut is he?
All of
Actually,
his
is it
8-bit
Bob or
pixels.
Barney?
Barney, Bob, all his 8-bit pixels.
Barney the
same thing.
Bobber.
That's weird.
Bobbity Barber and what?
Oh
Somebody
my
spun
god.
there. I don't know who it was, but they're out of the race.
They're not out of the race. They will come back and they will rear end me later. You'll see.
Foreshadowing. That's a literary device. Kind of like irony. Kind of like how it's ironic that we are having a terrible broadcast because we can't see half the action.
I have to admit, Matt in the back end is doing his absolute best with this absolute outdated overlay that we have. That is just antiquated, not working. We are going to be spending some money here after this.
We are making some prime investments after tonight in our production quality. This
Cannot happen again.
Though this is the most active chat box we've had all season. Granted, we're only 2 races in, so I don't know what to say about that. A grand total of 5 people are watching this calamity.
It is. I'm very happy to see that we have a very active chat. It's interesting to see. Hopefully, I see 4 chats in our live chat here, but I'm glad to see it.
Miggle says, how do I get into sim racing? Always wanted to try, but I've never done it competitively before. I have a wheel and everything too. Well, Miggle, just get yourself an iRacing subscription and come race with us. We are the right place for you. We have an AM class for a reason. You can't be worse than Kevin. Okay, maybe you can't, but it's very hard to be.
I'll put an honorary mention of Gary. So just want to throw him out there. We miss you, brother. Miss you, lawn mowing. Got to keep the grass light. Got to keep the grass
back,
light.
Walt Minder.
Toe missile, please make your way back.
All right, some action going on as we head out of second sector here into the carousel. Blake Reynolds looking a little spicy as he heads through the carousel with Youngwall on his 6. Ahead of them is Steve Baker, I believe. I'm going to take a guess because Ryan O'Connor's out in front. Cody Crosgrove somehow made his way up to 2nd in all that carnage. I thought he was down in like 4th or 5th earlier, so he's on the move.
Justin Nasir,
on the screen.
according to Justin Nasir, according to our broadcaster here, Justin Nasir's in the thick of it, but he's in some Audi traffic here.
Some Audi on Audi violence might occur, maybe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Audis in that area.
It's a Porsche sandwich.
Bro is just looking at Audis. There's even more Audis ahead of this group, too. There's 2 more.
He did try to look up on the inside, did not stick.
Yeah, at some point, you just got to let the Rexy do its job, you know? You're a T-Rex, man. You could take a bite out of him. Use those little stubby arms and box them out of the way.
All right, so now we're looking at Lambert and Kieran Forrest for a battle here. I believe that is for 2nd and place.
See, if I had to place money on somebody coming out of this on top, it's probably going to be Kieran. Lambert did well in the sprint, but I'm not sure he's going to hold on to the car for the full 45 minutes. I know those Ferraris, those rear tires start to cook in the last 15 minutes or so. We'll see. Maybe he's balanced the car out, but from what I heard early on over the team comms prior to the race, it sounded like he maybe had a loose type setup in the car. Yeah, we'll see. But Kieran's got a great run right here as he looks down into the inside, heading into the first corner. I wonder if maybe Kieran can get it done by the time they get to the hurry downs. Kevin, my favorite corner, the hurry downs.
Hey, Junior.
What's your favorite corner?
Personally, my favorite corner would be the carousel. It's very difficult, especially with GTP traffic. And we're going to jump onto Kieran Forrest and Lambert doing a battle now. They're battling for second place. Brian Stone's not that far behind him, so it is really a three-way battle for second place here. However, Kevin Fanning has checked himself out. I believe I'm on my own because I think Ray is crying in the background, but...
No, I'm here. I'm just responding to the text chat. John says, "Hey, now it's been a rough couple weeks. I'll be back stronger." And then he says, "Yeah, I will be missing next week's race though." I don't know how that's coming back stronger, John, if you're not even going to be there.
All right, a lot of dead space here, so we're still watching Kieran Forrest and Brian Sohn for a battle for third place now. I believe that's Lambert in front of them, so still technically a battle for second. Although Mr. Fanning, like I said, has checked out of the GT3 hotel and said, "See you later."
Yeah, he's put his room key back on the hook and everything.
Well, room keys now are electronic, so if you put them on the hook, that'd be a sight to see.
All right. Definitely checked out, luggage and all.
I got the board that plane.
What do we got in the AM field? I see Kieran first, Marwin second, Brian third. Brian Asta third. That's pretty good for Brian Asta. He's way up the field from where he was in the feature.
It's great to see Marwan Mopta up there in the mix because, like I said, he just made a last-minute decision to start driving tonight.
Yeah, Marwin cruising, the Egyptian cruise missile himself. What's going on with Lance, Matt? Can we get a look at Lance, the 007? First off, I'm a little perplexed. He chooses 007, but he's not driving an Aston Martin, and he's got Rexy on the skin. Like, I feel like he should be James Bond. He should be in like a black or a green Aston. Maybe silver, if you had to.
I'm having trouble like comprehending what Ray is saying, but yes.
Movie reference.
I agree. Oh, I get the movie reference.
Kind of like how you have the accuracy of a stormtrooper in Call of Duty. Ooh, let's see drama. Here come the GDPs. Oh, we got wiggle there. Cody's really closed the gap to Ryan O'Connor. You know, we thought he would kind of be gone based on the sprint result, but Cody's there, man. Oh my goodness gracious, that was an atrocious turn-in, whoever that was.
That would be Marlon Mopta shutting the door on Cody Cosgrove.
I don't know if he knows this, but they're not in the same class. There's no reason to defend that. You know, it could have been a late move. It's kind of hard to tell from this view.
We are doing our best here, right? Right? Having a good broadcast.
We're definitely doing our best here. It's just phenomenal. I'm having a great time, almost as great of a time as I had during the race.
Didn't you check out early?
Yeah, I left after the first lap when my car's tires got blown off the side of it.
Sounds like you're not having a good time in this race, then.
No, we're 12 minutes in. It's great. So, Steve or Cody, who do we think is going to come out on the top end of this? What a beautiful facility. Can we just admire the scenery here? Feels like it should be just a David Attenborough documentary from that view. We see the Acura in its natural habitat.
I'm at a loss for words here. I just lost what to say after that. Didn't know we were on an African, like, Sahara, like an African desert, like, tour.
Yeah, it's a safari, bro. Just another day on the streets.
Looks like Chris Wetz is making his way through some of the front of the traffic, with Matt Kingsbury not far behind. I believe we just checked out of Matt because I think Matt absolutely annihilated Brandon Lambert. Well, almost. Going into turn one, hell of a turn. I believe we have some stuff changing up in the back of the GT3 pack.
I think Josh Stoltz is starting to move his way back onto the lead. Well, he's passing the G. Oh my gosh!
Absolutely lawn mowing to get around the
Somebody
GT3
take the
class.
wheel and sponsorship off that guy's car, make it green, and give him a John Deere tractor.
Flashing them lights like he's never seen them before.
Hey, with those lights, man, definitely sponsored by Wheelan.
Like I said, I'd love to check the back of the GT3 class. I believe there's some stuff going on back there. I believe that'd be me. Nope, actually this is where I got checked out on, so I'll take that back. We're gonna move back up to the front of the GT3 class.
Yeah, there's a whole lot going on in the back of the GT3 class.
There will be towards the end of the race.
So much.
Just thought we kind of missed
so
the
much going on.
We missed. I believe just got some word that we don't have intervals, and that's what's making it extremely hard. I don't think that's quite it.
I don't think that's quite it.
So as you can see, Kevin Fanning's now in front of a GTP. So that side thing is just way off. So I think we're just gonna minimize that because it's very wrong.
Oh, we're receiving word. It's now accurate. We're not really sure what we're doing over here. Somebody needs to just start printing us out sheets. Bob, give me the updated list. Come on, let's go. Can you imagine if this was like the horse betting where the pages are just flying?
We're just gonna do a quick hunt through the entire field just to see what the time. All right, we're gonna stay on the front of the GT3 class because I have no idea what I'm talking about anymore. I have lost track of reality at this point. So we're just gonna sit here and watch. Let's all admire GT3 battles going on for about 2 minutes here.
Can we get some elevator music while we watch?
Boo, 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 bum, bum, Ba-bum, 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 bum,
You might
bum.
get DMC'd right now.
Yeah, I know. Jeopardy's gonna be calling me up. Still just doing some hot laps around the track. Really
It's great, man.
love seeing it. Ferrari, Porsche. I believe there's a Audi back there. We got all three manufacturers that have actually entered this race in one singular battle. Happy to see it. Oh, now we're on some GTPs. Glad to see it. All blue car, completely by itself.
Kev,
Yes, sir.
I think we need to step out and get some water and re-strategize this. In the meantime,
We're going to take a 30-second break while we continue to watch this. Let's just regather ourselves, and we're going to see what's going on after the break here. All right, and we are back live. We took a quick break to gather ourselves real quick. We are on board with Kieran Forrest, if I'm not mistaken.
yeah, Kevin, we are on board with Kieran Forrest. We asked Matt for an onboard with a GT3 car. We got a GT3 car, but we'll walk them through this nonetheless. Here we go into turn one. This is one of the toughest corners in the track. It's got an elevation drop off the exit as we head into turn three. That's right, that little straightaway there is actually turn two. And they're gonna head up to the Sargento Bridge here, and then even more elevation drop, Kevin, as they head down into 100 radius left-hander. And that is basically 45 degrees. I don't know why it's called 100 radius, but as you can see, we're passing the motorhome, camping on the left side here. It's really great.
Yeah, I'm really happy to see that we have a mile-an-hour ticker at the bottom. So we got at least a little bit of information. So it seems like Kieran Forrest is going pretty fast.
Indeed. Turn 6, and we're coming up on turn 7. That's that right-hander. That's the hurry downs. And we're going to head into a left-hander here before the Sargento Bridge. Not Sargento Bridge. It's the Snap-on Tools Bridge, but we have Speedville here. But, you know, more motorhome camping on that left side as we head through the carousel here. You could see more RVs to your right side. I'm just trying to point out all the amazing fans we have here. We're going to head into the kink here. We don't take the bend layout, even though I think that would be kind of interesting. I wonder how many cars would slam into the wall. We're heading into Canada Corner after we come out of the kettle bottoms here. And then after that, we're this section up here, this quick right area. We call that the Thunder Valley. It's just so loud as you come through here. Nice and bumpy, and then we head all the way into the last corner here, this right-hander, turn 14. And you can see, you use all that curb on the exit as you head massive elevation climb up to the start-finish line. That's why when you get a good run out of that last corner, it's so beneficial, because with that huge elevation climb, it's just a huge advantage if you can get that run. Down into turn 1 again, Kieran's just on the brake there, down to third gear. He rotates the car over the curb. Sometimes a little faster not to use all that curb, but down into here into turn 3, really getting it down in the probably second gear there. You see car gets a little loose, a little light on the exit, and away they go down the straightaway. Such an important section of this track to get a good exit down on the straightaway.
Yeah, I think we should take a look at a GTP class just to see how very much different those cars are.
Okay, I'm going to let you commentate that. Maybe you learned some of the corner names there.
Yeah, I'm going to definitely forget Sargento and maybe some Hurry Downs areas, but I got the carousel, so we're good.
Matt, how did Cody Crossgrove get out to the lead?
So we're looking at the pits.
Ooh, we get to see pit stops?
Awesome.
We see any tire changes.
We're going to try to see if we can onboard of a GTP to see the difference of the GT3s to the GTPs. If we can. There we go.
He's really on the button, and look at him go.
Cold tires.
Using all that hybrid power. I don't think he changed them. Those are probably still pretty warm, Kev.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Old tires. Very good tires. We're heading down, like I said, or like Ray said, in the turn 3. Now we're going down a straight.
We're going down a straight, guys. Literally down. Look, we're about to go down.
We're going downhill into that elevation change that Ray
broadcast is going downhill, Kev.
As mentioned. We're going to do that hard left-hand turn. I believe this is turn 5, maybe. Now we're going back uphill, massive elevation change, into a hard left-hander, and then we're going to go back right. Here's your right-hand turn I just mentioned, and then we're going to actually go back left again.
Are you sure?
Our road course, so we go back.
I don't think you go left after this corner. Pretty sure you go right into the carousel.
Well, we just passed the left that I mentioned, and now we're in the carousel. So that's a sweeping right-hand turn. As you notice, we are on a road course, so we don't just do left turns like some people do in 86s. So we're gonna do more turns here in a GTP. But as you can see,
I'm a little worried for you, Kev, when you said like left-hand turn, because I thought you were saying you went left at the carousel, and I was gonna say this isn't the Cars movie where you turn left to go right.
Yeah, definitely learned that the hard way. Almost broke my wrist with my direct drive wheel. Learning experience. But as you can see, we are significantly faster carrying all of that speed through most of these turns in the GTP. So you can see a huge difference. Yeah, just wanted to get a quick onboard. We are going to go back to regular broadcast because I have no idea what I'm talking about. So we're going to go back to the regular action. We're going to see some battles here in a few seconds if we can figure that out.
Yeah, that tracks. Kev, can you believe it? We only have 20 minutes left in this race. We're over halfway done.
To be honest with you, I can't wait.
I'm not going to lie. I can't wait to see the end of this race. I don't know if it's going to be Cody or if it's going to be Ryan. Maybe it'll get interesting.
I was more talking about the torture of the broadcast. I feel for our viewers. But yeah, the end of the race is going to be a very heated battle.
Oh boy, we got a GTP off. That's Chris West. I don't know where he's going. He's just got to put the freaking Deer logo on his car. He's already got the colors, but what a great audition right there.
What an absolute missile into the wall.
Chris, I hope that buffs. Yeah, I don't think it's going to buff. I just saw a replay of it. Wheel fell off the car. Catastrophic.
Yeah, that's one thing we also don't have is replays, and that's not a fault of Matt or overlays. It's just we don't have one.
New race leader.
We have Ray doing weird commentating, but yeah, like he said, Blake Reynolds is the new GTP race leader. Very much maybe temporary. We have not seen a pit stop from him yet. as far as I know. Oh, I could probably guarantee that we haven't had a pit stop yet, because that means Matt's in second place, which is fairly inaccurate. It looks like we're going to take an onboard pit stop with a GTP just to show you guys how difficult it is and how fast these cars come into that pit stop. So we're going to head on board right now with one of these cars that are about to enter into the pit stop.
Kev, I'd love to walk the viewers through this as I'm the expert here in the GTP, you know, just absolute expert. Guys, it's really hard. You go real fast, you go vroom with the throttle down, and then when you get to a certain point, you hit the brake because you got to get down to quite a low speed. And then somewhere in there, you click this little button on your steering wheel that doesn't let you speed. It's great.
Cargo vroom. Love to hear it.
Cargo vroom. Or in the case of the turbos, it goes...
Yep, we heard all of that.
A little bit, you know?
Yep, we heard all of that sound.
Yep.
I'm glad that we can get some ASMR racing going on here. If you guys are watching in the chat on YouTube, please let us know that you're there. We'd love to see some interaction with you guys.
Yeah, we're bored.
As you can see, Matt Kingsbury really went vroom down the entrance of the pit stop. He got hard on those brakes.
0.0 second pit entry.
Got really hard on those brakes and nailed it while pressing that button on pit entry. And as you can see, it's green on his steering wheel screen to let him know that he's pit speed limiter.
Yeah, it's letting him know he didn't goof it up too much yet.
As you can see, he stopped. That means he's getting fuel because the car did not lift with tires.
What's the gap to the leader for Cosgrove? Oh, is that him right there? Okay, it's not too big of a gap. You never know with this. "16 minutes. He might be able to get there. I don't know if he'll be able to pass him.
So it seems like Cody made up a lot of time in pit lane. I'm going to do some calculations here. If we can just switch back quickly to Cody. Yeah, so that quick calculation told me he's probably about 2 to 3 seconds.
Abacus, Kev?
I just did that with my abacus. I moved some of my dials around. It looks like he's about 3 to 4 seconds behind race lead.
Bro moved beads out around like he was a freaking Arab mathematician.
I'm an absolute wizard when it comes to using my eyeballs to do distance.
Pythagorean theorem.
Yep, I use the angles of the turns and the dangle to to figure out the distance between race leader and Cody Cosgrove.
I'm dying over here. Somebody get me an AED.
Oh, what?
Somebody might need to do CPR. Oh, you're killing me, dude.
Looking at a couple GT3s here, we're gonna pan through the entire field. We're gonna go through all of the cars. And we're gonna see where they are.
We can admire their beautiful paint schemes and just stare at them. Cody's got, or not Cody, Kieran's got this whimsical graffiti skin, which is kind of suiting for the big dog.
Yeah, big dog. We got the R design car of Marlon Mafta. They all look fairly similar, just some color changes. So I think we're gonna change up to the next car now. Maybe. Oh, Tim Brokaw, really another R design, another R. As you can see, giant R with a star on there, just a different color.
R star?
Yeah. R star. Brian Asta is in a purple car, really looking great. Oh, that was not Brian Asta. I don't know. I'm losing track here of who we're looking at. Brian Asta's in a white car. I'm losing it here because the bottom of the name says Brian Asta. I'm not sure who's who. There you go. As you can see, my car looks fairly similar to the R design. Thank you, Tim Brokaw, for just throwing my logo on it. Love it very much. Thank you for the red and black color scheme. Love it. Then we have Ryan there in the Mercedes-Benz, looking all gold and black, or black and yellow, like the song goes. It might be copper. I don't really know. Hard to tell. Then we got Jason Lynn in his blue and white and other color Audi. Love to see it. Gordon in the BMW. I believe this is mostly black with a little bit of brown accent, so maybe some carbon fiber in there. Really not too sure. Can't quite see.
We check out a really beautiful sky blue penguin car that's number 25.
So we're still checking out Josh Ondo. So he's also an R design car, just a slightly different color. Got Jeff Johnson here in his graffiti BMW. Love to see it. Looks really, really great.
We can't go look at my car?
Ray wanted us to take a look at his fantastically colored car, but it is no longer in the race. Parked that. He parked that.
That's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation.
Now we're looking at Ryan O'Connor in his all blue GTP with some black accents. We are going to move on to the next car. We might have just gotten copyright strike. I'm not sure whose mic is playing that in my ear. We got the Penguin RC car and Blake Reynolds. We got another color of Penguin RC car and Cody Cosgrove. He added a little bit of blue. I don't know if that quite jives with the orange and red and white, but I like it. I'll give it that. I like it. We got another blue car of Steve Baker. Looks fairly similar to Ryan O'Connor's. Not sure why he's not right up behind his teammate there. But we're going to see what happens at the end of the race. All right, we got Christian Youngwall and his Quokka white, black, and purple car. Love that. Do like the purple. Porsche. Looks good. And on to the next. We got Matt Kingsbury in his black and yellow Porsche. Maybe gold. I'm not sure. I think he's telling me in his ear it's actually gold. Looks fairly yellow to me, so we're going to roll with the yellow.
It looks like a Yeti that was dehydrated, pissed all over his car.
Whatever Ray just said. Not sure what that was. So now we're on John Marchbanks on another Quokka car. Looks fairly... Marchbanks, sorry, correction. I'm actually messing these names up, so forgive me. John, I know you're watching, so if you want to laugh at me or yell at me after the broadcast, feel free.
No, we really care.
We got Josh Stoltz in his white and red Wayland car in the pits. Not sure why he's there, but we're going to move on. We got Paul Mikolajczyk in his Penguin RC, slightly different paint scheme to the rest of them. I actually like this one the best. I don't know who painted the rest of them, but yeah, I like that one. That's all the cars, so we're going back to racing, and let's watch some stuff. Definitely getting copyright strike. Not sure whose cricket that was, but I bet she's going to file a lawsuit against us. I'm getting word that we might be deleting the broadcast because of copyright strikes. Not sure. We're going to figure that out after the broadcast, though. I've been told I suck. I'm not sure where Ray is. I kind of need a little bit of backup here. He might be dying in the background. I'm not sure.
I accidentally muted my microphone.
Oh my God, he pulled me.
As I say, even if it is true and you do suck, like, that's all right. Nobody's judging you.
Got Blake Reynolds and Cody Cosgrove for, I think, battle for first place. I'm not sure what happened. It seems some stuff has happened. Ryan O'Connor, not Cody Cosgrove. We battle for the race lead, even though they're about 14 car lengths away. Still a battle. Doing quick math here, it says he's about 1.5 seconds behind. Using my balls on wire. I'm gonna figure that out.
Balls on wire?
Yeah, what did you call that thing before?
What?
I don't remember anymore. We're gonna keep watching the stream here. I'm not seeing any action in our chat here. Love to see it. I do see 5 people watching. Glad to see it.
Not gonna lie, I'm not really sure where to go with this broadcast right now.
Yeah, yes. I don't know where to go either. Cars on track go whoa.
Be nice if had some entertainment from John.
Yeah, let's check in with John and see how his race is going in 7th place. Fastest lap for Ryan, maybe, or the fastest lap was a number. I lost it. Maybe we could check it. Oh, well, it seems like we're getting some information here. Maybe it went away. So Matt actually got us some information, so I'm happy to see it's not his fault that the ATVO overlay that we have is not doing the best. But yeah, so now we can see our fastest laps. Ray, why don't you do us a favor and run through some of the fastest laps we have?
Yeah, I could absolutely do that, Kevin. I think we need some background music for that, but I'm not sure.
No, we don't need any background music. We're not getting copyright.
We don't need
strikes.
background music for that. Okay.
So please do yourself a favor and just go through the times.
Well, unfortunately, Kevin, I don't know if I can see those times.
So it looks like a 147 for Blake Reynolds with some numbers after that. A 147 for Ryan O'Connor with also some numbers after that. Cody Crosgrove not far behind with a 147 with some numbers after that. And Steve Baker is not far behind with another 147. Christian Youngwall's in the 148s. I believe Matt is really far behind in the 149s. He needs to step that up. And then I can't see the rest because it's all blurry mess and I'm on a 1080p screen and I have to buy more screens. So we're going to end it off there.
As a fellow 1080p screen user, I completely agree with your assessment of the situation.
Maybe I can check the stream on my phone and get some more accurate news. I could absolutely see it significantly better on my phone. Okay, so Josh Stoltz has got a 149.40. John Marjoriebanks, these are, I believe it says at the top. Oh, well, I'm reading the best lap still because that's what I could see on the stream. We have a couple second delay, so maybe let me get it a few seconds here and maybe we could do some last laps. Hold up. Wait a minute. Oh, now I can see last laps. All right, let's start with Blake Reynolds again. 150.33 for the last lap for Blake. For Ryan O'Connor, you got a 148.8. Really catching up to Blake, making up some big time there. Cody Grosgrove following up with a 149. Steve Baker's got a 148.0. Christian Youngwall with a 148.8. Matt Kingsbury really falling behind with a 150.46. Josh Stoltz is a little faster with a 150.3. John Marjoriebanks, Marchbanks in a 156.1. And then all of the GT3s are somewhere in the twos.
Yeah, Matt's asking me to commentate the battle that's on the screen. Unfortunately, I really can't see what the is going on.
Oh my God, he used his voice mod. I think we're going to get copyright striked for that. I'm not sure who that is, who's got copyright to that beat, but I'm sure it's going to get striked down. So yeah, let me take over for Ray because he's probably crying in the background after laughing so hard. So yeah, Ryan O'Connor and Blake Reynolds, heated battle for, I believe this is the GTP lead. So this is going to make or break the end of this race because we only got 5 minutes left. Maybe Ray can just like make a comment here so that I can keep going. I'm not sure what's going on. Yeah,
I think Matt is extremely entertained right now. He's loving it. You know, I don't know, Kevin. I think Blake will probably come out on top on this one. He's a hard guy to pass. I'm not really sure how he got out in front of everybody, but good for him. Cody did not catch up, but Blake's out in the lead ahead of Ryan. I'm a little shocked, actually. It didn't seem like Blake was the fastest one out there. Ryan really just had a terrible pit stop, it looks like.
Can confirm, terrible pit stop.
I mean, I do think Ryan's faster. We saw how much of a gap he made on the track. So, however Blake's made up this ground, maybe it was traffic. I don't really know. There's probably a combination of things, but 5 seconds in the lane and 4 seconds in the box. That is significant. Great pit stop for Blake Reynolds to put himself in the lead of the race. 3.5 minutes remain. Blake should be able to hang on to it. There's nothing out there that's telling me that Ryan seems to have the pace to pass. We know that the aero wash in these cars is so strong, but maybe if Ryan can stay within touch as they head down the start-finish line straight, he might be able to pull a lead or some overlap going into turn one. We do know that the attack mode on these cars is worth quite a lot. If you use your battery correctly, it can be worth quite a lot. Now keep in mind the attack mode can also be used to defend. So you can negate the other car's advantage by using your attack mode, your battery properly. So knowing how to use your battery is super important when you're caught up in a battle like this, because you know it's hard to get a run with the aero push. You've got to use that battery effectively. If the driver that's up front or even chasing doesn't use that battery effectively, burns out of the battery too quick, they're going to be at a significant pace differential to the driver that saved it properly, and that driver will be able to just absolutely blow by them. It looks like Ryan's got up to the back of Blake here as they head onto the straight. The start-finish line, if he's got a good draft, he might be able to pull alongside of him and make that pass. We'll find out as we head down into turn one. He's definitely got a run on him, and you can see that Acura is closing, but the inside line for the Porsche going into turn one, he's cleared him before the braking zone's even over. I think Blake Reynolds wasn't expecting the run. We know that Ryan O'Connor was in the attack mode there to make the move. I don't think Blake Reynolds switched over to his attack mode. I know Blake doesn't have a bind map for it. Ryan O'Connor to the race lead. Blake Reynolds trying to see if he's got anything for him. Does Cody Cosgrove have anything for Blake Reynolds? I think that gap's a little too big.
Judging by the quick camera switches, it seems it's about 5 second gap. Yeah, so now we're on the GT3. It seems like this is a battle for third place. It seems like Brian Stone's making up a big gap here on Justin this year. Well, made up the big gap, not making one. Seems as though I lost my second commentator again, so I'm going to keep going here. So yeah, we're going. Seems like that gap's closing. Hopefully Justin this year can keep that copyright strike. Here we go.
I'm back, boys. I've just seen a message from Kevin. Yep, Kevin, we're on the same page. I accidentally dropped my keyboard, activated a keybind. Sorry about that, guys. I am back, though.
Still watching Brian Stone and Justin this year. We are currently focused on Mr. Stone.
Yeah, I mean, so we've had some good racing tonight. Just not as much of it as we had at Sebring, a much tighter track. I mean, Road America is a very fun track to drive, but it does not produce a lot of close action sometimes. But that's okay. You know, it's a long championship. Oh my gosh, Blake Reynolds has just committed murder.
Big murder. Now he's back in the track. Almost back. There I go. You see, I made a pass there.
Oh, holy rejoin. Oh my gosh. Oh, he spun again. He spun again. He's still spinning.
So as you can see, the end of that race just got biffed.
Biffed is a word for it, Kevin. That is how you throw away second place. I don't think the BOP had anything to do with that spin.
Couldn't agree more. I believe he just drove into the side of another car, so I don't think balance of power has absolutely anything to do with that, if you didn't notice.
But we are coming to, I think, is this the checkered flag right here? We are coming to the checkered flag here.
Yeah,
Ryan O'Connor with a stalwart victory. Good job, Ryan.
Whatever that word means.
Stalwart means strong, Kevin. I know that you got that Jersey education, but I thought maybe they taught you vocab.
Got that New Jersey edumacation. Really can't figure out words in the vocabulary, but here we are.
Absolutely phenomenal. Armpit of America. Smells like it too. All right. Cody Krauser up second. Christian Youngwall. And then Blake Reynolds. I think I missed Steve Baker in there. Was Steve Baker second or third? Steve Baker was third. I missed Steve Baker. Sorry, Steve. Good job on that, finishing out that podium there.
I believe we have one more lap.
Your podium was Ryan, Cody, and then Steve. In the GT3, it looks like Kevin Fanning up to a dominant lead over Brandon Lambert. Nowhere in near the same zip code. That Ferrari lagging quite a ways behind. I'm not sure who's in third place in the GT3s, but if it's Kieran Forrest, what a mighty night for him. Looks like Lance Nasir has eventually worked his way up through the field. It took Lance quite a while, but he was able to get up there by the end of the feature here. I expected him to move a lot faster, I'm not going to lie. Brian Sohn is right there, and honestly, Brian's looking pretty good in that fourth position. Kev, who was your driver of the night?
I'd have to give it to Ray Kingsbury for leaving on turn 1.
Yeah, it was phenomenal. The tires just flew off the car as John T-boned me. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are receiving word from our broadcaster that we are coming up on the hour and something mark.
We've already passed the hour and something.
Mark, and we're running out of time on the stream here. So he's telling us we got to hurry through these results. So a victory for Ryan O'Connor, second place for Cody Cosgrove, Steve Baker, Christian Youngwall, Blake Reynolds, Matt Kingsbury, and Josh Stoltz to round out the 7 cars that finished in a GTP field. Kevin, take us through the GT3s.
So we got Kevin Fanning with a commanding win, followed by Brandon Lambert and Justin Nasir. Who follows him, I'll see in a second. Brian Sohn, Kieran Forrest, Marwan Wapta in 6th. Got Tim Brokaw in 7th. Paul Mikolajczyk in 8th, who's not technically a GT3.
Man, he almost beat all the GT3s.
Dan Coletta in 8th. Ryan Asta in 9th. Followed by myself in 10th. Terrible race. Jason Lynn in 11th. And Ryan Brenneman 12th. Josh Ondo in 13th. Gordon, I can't quite read that. I'm sorry, Gordon. I can't read your Siebert. Sorry, I can't read it on my screen. I'm very, very sorry. In 14th. Jeff Johnson in 15th. And then followed with some DNFs. You got Ray Kingsbury way down in the bottom there because he decided to leave. And then Chris Wentz and John Marchbanks followed up at the end there.
Yep, John, a very eventful race here at Road America. Some good racing. It was a little spread out, but we did get some very good action. I enjoyed your company a lot, Kevin. It was thoroughly enjoyable. And on that note, I would like to say goodbye on behalf of all of us here at SIMCAR.
Before we take off, Ray, I just want to do one more thing. I just want to pay the bills. We're just going to show a quick Penguin RC plug.
On behalf of all of us here at SIMCAR and Penguin RC Simulations, thank you and have a good night.